Hello and welcome back. So with this new update, we did get a new character class, the Vanguards, and of course, since the Vanguards are currently limited to a couple of game modes, the new game modes that are available to them are pretty much specially designed for them. And well, time to jump in one of them and let's see what they have to offer. Now, in one of the recent updates, pretty much one of the recent patches, or should I say bug fixes, they did allow us to use other structure teams in a couple of these stages, and I'm looking forward to see how that will work. And well, as you can see, the maze is called because you will have all, all these different fields, and of course, you have to be very careful onto which field you tap on, since some fields are going to give you very good buffs, but some fields can give you boss battles, and some fields can give you traps that you can get. And of course, some of these traps can reduce your health to 1%, which can make the final boss battle very difficult. So you have to be careful onto which field you're tapping on here. And well, let's see, I did pretty much go the easiest route, and I did stumble upon Tifa, which is currently the boss of the first stage. Now, the bosses do change every week, since this is reset every week, and currently this week's boss for the first stage is Tifa. This boss has a physical weakness, this boss has a dark elemental damage weakness, and a physical resistance. So this character is highly effective against this boss, and well, the boss is slowly going down. Now I have to be careful not to waste my evasion stamina, since if I run out of evasion, I am pretty much done for. Well then, speaking of the devil, I ran out of evasion. Okay, well, that was to be expected, I guess. Well, anyway, this character does play very smooth and overall is a very powerful character. And they did say that as time goes on, as they release other Vanguards, that the restriction that is currently based on the Vanguards is going to be lifted. And as time progresses and as time goes on, and of course as more of these Vanguards is getting released, they are eventually going to be able to be used in Warzone and Pancage. And of course, they are eventually going to be able to be used in other content in the game, which I think is very interesting, and it is a very good thing, since the Vanguards are very powerful at the moment. The S-Class Vanguard currently that I have, that pretty much we did get for free, is a very powerful and a very fun to play character. And they even did give us his full signature equipment, which is very impressive. We did get all of his memories for free, and we did get his weapon for free. It's a 5-star weapon, but it does the job very good, and it is very impressive that they did give us a S-Class for free that will afterwards be able to be used in the vast majority of the game content. I think that is indeed very impressive. Well then, I'll be using my structure team this time around, that's good. And well, here I'll show you how these maps work. Now, I think each of these hackings that you need to do in order to get these rewards is going to damage your structure by 7 to 10%, and sometimes even 50%. So you have to be careful on which option you choose. And of course, you do have heals. At some fields you can heal yourself, which is very good, and in some cases you can actually trade your health with one of these boxes that you can hack, and afterwards you can just, of course, heal when you stumble upon the healing node, which is, I think, it opens up for a lot of possibilities, and it does open up for a lot of tactics in order to pretty much complete this in the most efficient way. Well then, let's see who the next boss will be. This is the boss of the second stage. Pretty much now this is a structure team. The structures here are going to have a overall disadvantage because this is pretty much designed for the Vanguards only. And if you use structures in these stages, they are going to take a lot more damage and they are going to do a lot less damage to the enemies. So you have to be careful when you're playing this with the structures, since you pretty much they can kill you in one hit. And I Will be honest, I did have to retry this a couple times because I did die, as you can see there, and uh, definitely they can one-shot you. One mistake, and you will have to pretty much either retry or either spend 5,000 of the game currency in order to revive your team, which is okay. I mean, reviving with the currency in the game is pretty fine. It is also only 5,000, so it is not too expensive. I have like I think I have 5 million at the moment. I don't know, which is again very good for which is again very good, and I can pretty much afford to revive. But I just don't like to revive myself. I like to retry if I die, and I did retry, and of course I did die, but I did clear the stage eventually. Well then, let's jump on the next map. Let's see what the next map will offer. Now these bosses were I have to admit these bosses are indeed very powerful if you're fighting them with the structures. So you have to be careful when you are fighting those bosses with the ordinary structures. The vanguards, on the other hand, don't have much of a problem against that, since the vanguards are designed for these stages. Well then, let's jump in. Let's see what's. Let's see. Oh, well, this map looks very nice. Flashback on the event. Well, that's very good. Well, let's see now. There is also another new. Stage that was released that I'll play afterwards, and of course I'll upload it afterwards as well. And so far, well, that was a. This character is very smooth to play. I have to say, honestly, one of the smoothest characters in the game, and it will be very interesting to see how this character will perform in the other zones. I am very curious to see how that will work, and of course, I'm very curious to be actually able to use this character in the vast majority of the game content. Well, actually, okay, it's not that much. Alright, not a big problem. Well, now you should avoid the triangle. You should avoid the triangle zones, since these zones are going to damage the character, and you should go with the zone that has the circle on them, because those zones are pretty much safe and they give you some really good. They give you some really good buffs compared to the other ones, which are kind of risky. And as I progress through these mazes, and as I progress through these stages, in the end I'll be more careful onto which stage, and of course onto which node I tap on, since I don't want to kill my structures before I actually enter the boss battle. Well then, let's see what I'll get here. Now usually the rewards are going to be very nice. The character will get damaged by taking these nodes, and that can be avoided. And of course, you should avoid taking any damage in this game, since taking damage in this game is making everything a bit more difficult as you progress near the end of the boss battle, and of course can be a problem if you start the boss battle with 1% health. I mean, I think near the end I did have a very good fight on 25 health. Let's see what will happen. I am very curious to see what will happen here. Okay, well, this is a surprising change. Did not expect to see these enemies here. Well, at least it's not the hangman. If it was the hangman, this would be very difficult. But it is this map, and of course these enemies, and they're not that difficult. I can take them out with this character very efficiently. As you can see, this character is absolutely destroying them. Oh my god. A very fun to play character. And he is indeed one of my favorite characters in the game. I'll wait for them to make the vanguards usable in other game content, since that would be very interesting. And of course, the finale. Let's see what the stage. Oh, it's not the finale. There is actually one more after this. My apologies. I thought this was the fourth one. It is actually the third one. All right. Let's see. Okay. That was a. Now I think I did kind of risk it here because I did tap on these kind of unsafe nodes. And let's see what will happen here. Oh, I do take Alpha. I don't know why I take Alpha to take the hit. It should be Vera. She doesn't mind getting hit. If you know Vera, then you would probably use her in this team and take her and let her take the damage, since she doesn't mind it. Interesting character. A very interesting character. Alright, let me get these buffs. Excellent. Now only a couple more of these nodes, then I can hit the boss battle. And well, there is the boss battle. Let's see what bosses this time. Let's see what bosses will be this time around. Hopefully, I will not have to retry this a lot, since the structures are, like I said, generally weaker in these maps and of course in these stages. Well, the sword waves are doing a very good job, and of course I did get her signature weapon, so the signature weapon is it's helping me a lot to bring up the DPS, and now I just have to get more 6-star weapons to fully affix the weapon. Well then, let's see if I will die here. Hopefully I will not. And famous last words. Alright, I died. Well then, there is Verity to do the job, I guess. Okay. Well then. Oh my god, I think Verity is also going to die. Let's see what will happen. I'm actually kind of curious to find out what will happen to the character. Yep, she is dying. I think I'll have to carry this with Asliv solo, as usual, since Asliv is carrying everything in the game. A truly powerful, a unique and truly powerful and unique multi-purpose character. Kind of almost forgot to speak because I was focusing on evading. Oh my god. Well then, Verity died as expected, just like the simulations have predicted. Verity has died. Alright. Well then, no problem. I'll then carry this with Asliv solo, like I have predicted. And the last boss is this is the last enemy of the floor. Well then, oh my god, yeah, this is not taking too much, but her DPS is very good and a very powerful character indeed. I'm very curious to see how Vanguard Liv and Vanguard Lucia are going to look like and play, since I think most of these characters are going to have their Vanguard counterparts, since you will have to have a Vanguard counterpart if you have a ordinary structure, since that way they can operate under these circumstances in these different maps and stages. Well, Asliv carry, as usual. This character is indeed very powerful, and she is one of the best characters overall in the game, which is a very good thing. Okay, let me get a couple of these buffs. Nice, and let's jump in and let's clear the final map. Now, as you can see here, I am playing a bit more careful now. I'm going pretty much for the more safer nodes, and well, sometimes I'll be pretty much forced to use the other nodes, but I'll be trying to catch the nodes that are safe, and of course, hopefully I will not take too much damage until I reach the end, since this is only one character. It is a solo character this time around, and if he has 1 health and 1% of health when I enter the boss battle, then I am toast. Pretty much, I will be toast. And let's see what will happen near the end there. Okay, perfectly fine, and well, so far so good. I have 100% health. Let's finish this new game mode. Alright, let's see what the final bosses will be. Oh, well, it's the same bosses as previously. Alright, fair enough. That means I will shred them to pieces with this character. As we can see, this character does a lot more damage than the ordinary structures in this game mode, and well, that's, like I said, Like I said before, that is because of the differences between the structures and, of course, the differences between the vanguards. The vanguards are designed for these types of combat situations, or should I say, they're designed for the maze, while the structures are designed for other operations, which is again very interesting. Now look at my health, 25 health left. Okay, challenge accepted. Can I kill all of these enemies without dying with 25 health? Looks like I can. Okay. Well, there we go. The last one, the last opponent. There we go. I did beat this with less than 1% health. That's what I say. GG. Well then, this was it for the new, a very fun to play game mode. And well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll be returning very quickly in this game a bit later with another new stage that was released. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you next time.
大事なことなんて何一つ絶対に教えてやらないから。